we would strategize on how to attack the pastors. And how to attack the pastors, we know very well that some of these pastors are so dedicated to serving God, but they have some areas in their lives that are weak. When I say areas in their lives that are weak, I'm not talking about the pastor as an individual. I'm talking about the people that surround this pastor, starting from the pastor's wife to the pastor's children. And then the people that they're having in their homes. So if we could get one person that could help us access the pastor's life, because before we would launch an attack, we had to strategize. We had to first know who this pastor is, what is his area of strength, and what is his area of weakness. So we knew that this pastor, his area of strength, he prays a lot and he fasts. So we know maybe this pastor's area of strength, he's always in the Bible, he's reading the word. So he's knowledgeable because he's always in the word. So we get to know his area of strength. He has a big supporting system. Maybe there are people who finance everything that he does. So he doesn't have to think about the resources that are going to do every project that they have as a ministry. Maybe open air crusades and all that. So we would now launch an attack towards the funders, the people that are funding the ministry. So, but we needed to get all that information by being part of the group, part of them. So whenever I would go to a church and I'm on a mission, I would first of all start by befriending the pastor's children, because I know this pastor's child is connected to another pastor's child and they are all friends. So I'll also find my way in, and then I'll get access to their families. So my assignment when I was serving the enemy was mostly to target the pastor's children. And how? Because I knew very well that this pastor's child, if this child follows the ways of the father, they are going to be stronger than their father or stronger than their mother in ministry. So I knew that by attacking them, I'm hitting two birds with one stone. So I'm attacking the pastor, the father's ministry, and I'm also attacking this child's ministry. So I would befriend them, be part of the ministry, maybe join choir, and the child is also in choir, and we become friends. And mostly it was easy for me to befriend the opposite sex, not because I was interested in them, but because I wanted to have a door opened in their lives. So when I befriend the opposite sex, I'm so committed. We are now in the same age bracket, and they are now free to open up to me, and I'm bringing some ideas, and they'll tell me my parents would not allow me to do such a thing. Oh, my parents would not allow me to club. I would have loved to join you guys, but my parents would not allow me. Then now that's when I bring in ideas. You know, you don't have to tell them everything that you're doing. Sometimes you have to do your things as you. Maybe you can tell them we are going for this overnight, and this overnight you can come, and then we go to club, and then we'll find a way, you know. So I bring up those ideas, and when the youth listen to that, because their age is the age to rebel, and they are finding somebody for the first time who is interested in what they love, because most of the times their parents are traveling nations, they are preaching, and they feel like their parents are too busy for them. So this comes to the pastors. No matter how God has opened doors and blessed you and blessed your ministry, don't forget that your ministry begins at home. These children here also are part of your ministry. So if you today, this week you're traveling to Australia, the other week you're traveling to the US, this week you're in Kenya, the other week you're in Tanzania, what time are you going to give your children? Your children are being left out, and that is where the enemy is coming in. So I would bring in those ideas, and now they would feel like for the first time there is somebody who is saved, because I would be like, I'm saved, but understand some of their challenges. So now they would be easy, like it would be easy for them to open up to me about their challenges and problems and things they are facing in the home. So they start now complaining, our dad is never there, our dad is always in ministry, our mom is always bringing visitors, we don't even have time, home is boring. So what we do, we organize And then we do, of course, the practice, but we know that we have 2 hours to have fun after the practice, and the parents will be thinking that the children are practicing for Sunday. So, and then for the boys, when a boy gets closer to a female, of course there is that attraction. But me, because I was not interested in them, I would also play hard to get. And now this boy begins to have feelings for me, and me, I'm not interested in him. So he starts, at night, I start now calling their names, because I had a list of pastors' children. I start calling their names and sending spirits to sleep with them. So for them, they think they are dreaming and sleeping with me. They think it's a wet dream, yet they are sleeping with demons. And now when they sleep with demons, the demons enter them and they get possessed, and then they start now lasting after the girls in the church. And now there is a door immorality. So that's why you find a pastor's son is promising every girl in the church to marry them, and he's not serious about it, but it's the spirit in him that is using him to break the ministry. When he does that, and the parents of these girls find out, of course they will get out of church, and some of them will begin to doubt Christianity. They'll say, pastor's son wanted to destroy our daughters. So I mean, this whole thing called Christianity is a lie. It's fake. Yet it's not fake. This child is under attack.
The pastor, now he was still with them, but we knew we had to separate him from the group. And how could we separate him? We had to make sure his sensitivity in the spirit is low. Now, where was he getting his sensitivity? Every morning he could have a morning time to pray and go through healing, like morning devotion. That was what made him strong every day. So I was telling Michael, look, now if we have to find a way of interfering with his quiet time, because that's where he has the strength. If we can interfere with, there's a covenant with the people, but there's a personal covenant with God, because on the quiet time. So we had to interfere with his sleep. And how was it to be done? We realized he was in covenant with these people, but he had a daughter who was not in covenant. And he had gotten that daughter before he was born again. So it was like a single father living with a daughter. So we realized the attack should not be on him, because we were warned, don't attack him. Don't touch him. Because if you touch him, you're finished. But now pull him away from the covenant. So the attack was to project eczema, skin disease,
daughter
to the daughter. That in the night he cannot sleep. He's taking care of the daughter. So the daughter cries through the night and is crying and crying and crying. Then he's taking care of the daughter. By morning, the morning time, he's tired.
He's tired. He can't have his devotion.
He can't have devotion because of the child. And now
going to the prayer meeting.
He's going to the prayer meeting. He comes to the prayer meeting, and remember, he needs money now to take the child to hospital. And now the money he's going to use is what the girls are giving in. And then one of the girls offer to take the child to the clinic, to the hospital for treatment, and then put more spells on the child.
Gosh.
Because now he has surrendered his child to her. Then this other one, we agree, this man has power, still has power. We need to separate him from the core team. So this girl suggests the pastor, I feel like I need to buy you a house. We've defiled the covenant, but they're still keeping it.
You defiled the covenant, you polluted the altar, you are now separating the pastor by attacking his daughter, and so his discernment is actually now low. He cannot discern what's going on.
He's tired. And so now the next is, how can we interfere with his time so that he can not come in time on the altar? That's the last block. Because all these are done, but he still keeps the time. Still like aware, has the sense of awareness. So it's like, buy him a house and far from the place of prayer. So this guy says, well, I'm buying you a house. Oh, he's excited. So he buys him a house, like tells him about a house, furnish it. And now furnish it with defiled food. Like they could put their blood and their in the juices and what. So he comes to this house, everything is furnished, free and everything. So he drinks this juice, he takes all this, so it's being defiled in the body.